£35 million had peaked at more than £130 million by the 2008 FA Cup final.
Please don't go crazy if I tell you the truth. No, you don't know what happened, and you never will if you don't listen to me while I talk to the wall. This blanket is freezing. It's
the only city on an island in England. It's just got that island mentality. The football and the city just interlock. It's just a passionate. Will Kipling, PST board.
My name is Neil Hunt and I'm a huge Pompey fan and have been for 26 years. I suppose every football fan probably says that their club is the best and is unique, and so I'm probably no different. But that said, there is something about Pompey fans and I mean, I live quite close to the ground, and there is a noticeable thing that if Pompey win, there does seem to be like a feel-good factor around the city. If we lose, it's like dark clouds have descended over the city. It's really weird. So I do feel that there is like a strong connection with even people who don't really follow the games particularly. I think they are aware of the presence of the football club in the city, and yeah, I don't know, there is that thing that my mood is often dictated by whether we win or lose or not, and I think that's the same across the city.
Everyone's really close and tight, and you know, it's just one big happy family in the middle of the city. And you know, it's just such a local club, so passionate, so many nutters around the ground as well, you know, so passionate about the club.
I think the most outstanding thing is if you go to a game, it's kind of like you feel at home, you feel welcomed like a family, and I think that's the one thing that a lot of clubs do lack, and it's something that Pompey really relish in.
Be to help youngsters get into the club, get into football more, bring them into the club. That'd be the most, you know, rewarding thing for me to do.
I followed the Portsmouth Supporters Trust and the Channel affair quite closely. I was looking on the website every day. I mean, I thought, you know, every day for about 3 months I thought, oh, we're going to buy the club, we're going to buy the club, we're going to buy the club, and it just wasn't happening, and I feared the worst. I actually did think we were going to go into liquidation. You know, I always had that hope. I thought, oh, hopefully someone's going to come through, and it did, luckily, in the end. Yeah, I followed it quite closely, and I think it's the right result. I'm really glad that Mr. Chandler has gone, because well, he's put us in administration twice, you know, and actions speak louder than words, and we weren't going to go anywhere forward with him.
I was a big supporter of the PST, actually donated a share towards them, so I'm now part shareholder, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the future.
The PST, us being able to take over the club finally, getting all the crooks out of the club, and apart from being relegated, being a very rewarding season.
At the time I thought it was a really risky investment. I mean, it wasn't any stone wall agreement that it was going to go through, but I mean, when the court case was finally heard and it all went through, I mean, I knew my investment was worth the time and effort put into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been, because of obviously the negative publicity over Pompey in the last few years, I think there's been a bit of a backlash against Pompey, and obviously because it was spending a lot of money on big players, got itself in a huge amount of debt, wanted, you know, some of the council money to help them out, and I can understand why people who aren't really football supporters see Portsmouth as a kind of see Pompey as a bit of a I don't know, like a drain on resources or something. But, you know, that said, I don't know, Pompey's a really big kind of working class city, and I think it means a lot to people going to the match on Saturdays, and it certainly meant a lot to me growing up.
We've got plans in place, and we're in here for the long term. You know, we will definitely, I can tell you that now, we will not be spiralling back down into the pits where we were before.
At the moment, no. Should there be mismanagement and sort of the wrong people getting involved, then possibly, but I think under the management we've got at the moment, obviously with the chairman and the supporters, I think then we can have a positive future.
Oh, I really hope we don't slip down again into non-league. I hope we don't spiral into financial problems. As a fan-owned club, I think we're going to face some challenges. I think there will be points where it's going to be a bit hairy, but I think it's going to be a hell of a ride, and I think, fingers crossed, it's onwards and upwards from here.
definitely follow the Phoenix Club. I've always said that from day one, and always will do. I won't go to watch any other League Two, well, non-league football club. You know, it's just that follows me. What Pompey follows me, and I'll follow Pompey, sort of thing.
If Portsmouth were to be liquidated, and there was that chance that was going to happen at one stage, if Pompey were liquidated and a new kind of club rose from its ashes, AFC Portsmouth or something like that, a Phoenix club, then yeah, I would have supported them most definitely. Even if it wasn't at Fratton Park, you know, if we had to play at King Richard's playing fields or something, or Burfields, you know, in Portsmouth, then I would have supported them because they're my team. It'd have been a bit weird, it'd taken a while to get used to it, but yeah, absolutely I would have supported a Phoenix club. I'm actually really glad that it didn't happen, because there's something about a club with all that history, all those medals, all those things, you know, that would have been taken away from us. We wouldn't actually have been the same club anymore. A bit like, you know, AFC Wimbledon, for example. So I'm really glad that that didn't happen, but yes, I would have supported them throughout.
Being able to buy the club was probably the best thing, you know. Being able to get us back up the leagues, and then hopefully when we come up to the top tier, Championship tier, we can sell the club onto a investor who's going to be in there for the long term and invest money into the squad and in the team. Even through all the dark times of the club, there wasn't one point where I thought, I'm going to swap this, you know, I'm not going to support Pompey anymore. I'll go up the road and support Southampton, or I'll be an Everton fan like I was when I was about 9 or something. No, there was never any kind of thought about that at all. It's kind of literally, you know, Pompey till I die. Cut me open, I'll be blue all the way through, etc., etc. Yeah.
Just the atmosphere and the vibe they create. I mean, even through the dark times, which has been a lot recently, they've been outstanding, singing, chanting, and I'm proud to be a part of them.
Some of the financial people who were in charge at Fratton Park at the time might like to claim that we're unlucky because of the badge, rather than reflect on their own mistakes and issues. Supposedly, David James was told by a chief executive on the day that he lifted the FA Cup, that somebody said to him, "This will ruin us," and I quite believe that. So someone knew at the time, because of all the bonuses were being paid. That's awful, isn't it? So the day we were winning the FA Cup, the day that I, as a grown man, bawled my eyes out at Wembley because we'd won the cup, they already knew that we were going to go down the pan. It's quite a sobering thought.
If anyone in the world wants to have a lesson about passion, commitment and loyalty, Fratton Park is the place. They can take points from us, they can put embargo, they can trample your, but they cannot destroy our spirit. Never!
Out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.